Hi guys, how have you been? I just thought I'd come on here and talk about my current skincare routine. I did update it for the summers. The weather right now is very dry and I think it's affecting my skin. Let me give you a couple of ideas on how you can, you know, uh, work around this weather, and I want you to be able to build your own skincare routine and regime, especially if you're a beginner. It's a pretty simple routine, and I don't do much. I try and just treat my acne first because that's priority for me before moving on to acne scars and before moving on to treating anything else on my face. What we want to start with is a very good cleansing system, especially if you're someone who wears makeup or even if you're wearing sunscreen. So what you want to do is you can use just one cleanser in the morning, preferably a gentle cleanser. If you have oily skin, use a foaming cleanser. And if you have dry skin, then you can go ahead and use a creamy cleanser that doesn't lather up a lot. So a cleanser that doesn't foam, because foam essentially cleans your skin, so that squeaky clean feeling you get, that comes from the foam of the cleanser. You'll see a lot of these Korean cleansers foam up really well. You'll see them use those foamers where you can just put the cleanser in, add a little bit of water, and then create foam. That is because foam cleanses your skin really well. So if you have oily skin, then go ahead and use a foaming cleanser. But if you have somewhat dry skin or dehydrated skin, then you want to retain as much moisture as you can. So use a creamy cleanser that not only cleanses your skin well but adds moisture back into your skin. Or if you have very dry skin, then you could just go ahead and wash your face with plain drinking water in the morning. Secondly, you do not want to be wearing a lot of heavy moisturizers, especially if you have oily skin. So gel based moisturizers or gel creams are preferred. But for people who are using cleansers with exfoliants or actives like salicylic acid, which is a BHA, or lactic acid, which is an AHA, you want to moisturize really well. So you've already used a treatment that strips your skin of all that extra oil. Now you want to go ahead and add some hydration back into your skin. So you can use a hydrating toner or serum there, and you can then layer that with a good moisturizer. So I do have a good cleansing system, but post that I make sure to apply a very watery toner or something with like hyaluronic acid or a milky toner, and then I go ahead and apply a very thin layer of moisturizer. And then you want to follow it up with a sunscreen. Any sunscreen with an SPF of 30 and above is recommended. I personally prefer an SPF of 50 and a PA of 3 and more pluses. That gives you an all-round protection from UVA and UVB rays both. Then you can go ahead and put your makeup as it is. Opt for makeup that suits your skin type. That really helps. And since it's summers, maybe you could opt for skin tints, or if you want to go ahead and use a sunscreen that has a tint in it, that works even better. But don't forget to reapply sunscreen, which has now become really easy, especially if you're working outdoors. Definitely reapply sunscreen. It's become very easy with these mists. I'll insert a couple of mist options here. Once I come back from work, I am very diligent when it comes to cleansing my skin, because I do get a lot of breakouts around my uh, cheeks due to clogged pores, which I really want to avoid. So I do double cleanse. I use an oil cleanser like this, and I follow that up with a foaming cleanser that actually has you know BHA in it, especially when I'm breaking out like this. And then I follow it up with a thick moisturizer, because I do, like I said, I do have dehydrated skin on top of my oily one. So I follow that up with a really thick moisturizer, and that's all I'm doing right now. I do apply treatments that my dermat has suggested. These are acne treatments that I apply on areas where I have acne, which I won't be talking about. Since I'm not a dermatologist, that's not something that I feel comfortable recommending. But I use them alternatively after I'm done with, moisturizer, and I leave them on my skin for at least an hour before I go to bed. But for me, treating the root cause of my acne is just as important. So I try to work out and have a good diet that consists of whole foods. I try to stay away from certain actives that I know can irritate my skin, especially when I'm breaking out like this. I try and stay away from harsh actives that are not meant for me. I try and stay away from actives like vitamin C, which can easily irritate acne prone skin. I do have a sunscreen that has vitamin C in it, but any direct high concentration of vitamin C is a big no-no for me. And during this time, I try to do less. One thing I always try to do, even when I have acne prone skin, is to make sure that my skin is very hydrated, because otherwise I can damage my skin. And I try not to use actives in every step. So I would never do something like using an active face wash and then using a toner that has actives in it and then using a moisturizer that has actives in it. That's a big no for me. I will only use actives in my wash off treatment, and then I'll just use a plain moisturizer that's barrier strengthening and hydrating. And that's pretty much my routine when I have breakouts like this. Next, I will be talking about my indulgent skincare routines, the ones where I use masks, or when I don't have acne, and what else I do for glowy skin. Because even though I have acne, I do get a lot of compliments that my skin is glowy, and I'm not wearing any uh, you know I'm not wearing any makeup or anything right now. So I know you guys would want to know about that too, and I'm gonna be sure to make a video on that as well. For now, we're sticking to acne, and I hope you'll stay along in my acne journey, and I'll see you later. Bye.